Hello, you guys. Good morning. Today we are working on black and white again because we will be continuing talking about things from the space. This time we are not going to talk about a person and we are not going to talk about scientists or astronomers. We are going to talk about something wonderful that was invented by one of these men that love the astronomy and the things related to space, and this is called a telescope. Right now, we are going to go to page number 24 of reading comprehension, and right there we have a text about telescope. But first of all, what do you guys understand of the word telescope, or have you seen a telescope before? Well, I did. One time, let me tell you that I was going on a park in Juarez. It's called El Parque Borunda. I don't know if you guys know it. And I was walking with my daughter and I saw this man with a telescope, and you had to give him a coin so you can see from the telescope the sky or the moon. And I gave this man a coin, and I could see in the telescope the sky. It was very dark. It was already night, and I could see the wonderful and beautiful moon. It is something unique, you guys. If you already saw a telescope or through a telescope before, you guys understand that this is a very unique experience. And if you haven't, I hope that soon you can see through a telescope, because it's wonderful how you can feel the moon close to you, or the stars here, right here with you, very, very close to you. If you don't know what is a telescope, let me tell you that a telescope is a tool that astronomers use to see far away objects. Most telescopes and all large telescopes work by using curved mirrors to gather and focus light from the night sky. I'm not really sure if a telescope can work in the morning. I don't think so, because what makes a telescope work is the light from the night or from the moon. If you go to page number 24, right there we have a picture of a humongous telescope. This is a very old telescope. It's called a satellite, and a satellite help us that instead of watching from the earth to the space, this help us to see from the space to the earth. Let's start reading page number 24, and then at the end I'm going to show you a picture of different telescopes. And page number 24 says, we use telescopes to observe bodies in space. The telescope collects light and uses it to form an image. Then the image is magnified so that we can see it in more detail. One type of telescope is called a retractor, which uses lenses. Another type is called a reflector and uses mirrors. Both kinds of telescopes have an eyepiece, which magnifies the image. Galileo, the person we talked about in this week, Galileo Galilei, constructed one of the first refracting telescopes and used it for astronomy. He discovered the mountains on our moon. 4 of Jupiter's moons, sunspots, stars in the Milky Way, and Saturn's rings. Several large reflecting telescopes have been built on mountain sides in clear air regions. The Palomar Observatory near San Diego, California, the Keck Observatory in Hawaii, and the Greenwich Observatory in England are some examples. The Hubble is a large telescope which orbits Earth. Since it is above the atmosphere, its images are much clearer than those earthbound telescopes. This picture that we see here in page number 24 is called a Hubble. And it is a very, very, very humongous telescope that orbits Earth. And it gives us images more clear and more precise than a normal telescope. So we see here a lot of the words observatory. If we go to page number 25, we can see rounded buildings. Those are the observatories, and right there are all the persons that work on telescopes, and that their work is to watch through telescopes and analyze important things from the space. We have the Palomar Observatory. On the right, we have the Keck Observatory, and then below we have the Greenwich Observatory. Here is a picture. I'm going to show you a picture of a refractor and reflector telescope. Refractor telescope. This is a real picture of a refractor telescope, and it is the normal telescope that we see in our lives very commonly. And then we have the reflector. The reflector is a little bit more professional and more old too, and it's this one right here. If you can go to the internet in your houses and analyze the two different telescopes, would be great. When we finish 24 and 25, we have to complete the sentence, filling the blanks from our reading. And in 25 it says, please write a composition about what you would like to study if you were an astronomer. For example, me, Miss Dani, if I was an astronomer, I would have loved to study the Milky Way. The Milky Way is the galaxy where we live, and a lot about it. Astronomers study distant galaxies, asteroids, comets, planets, stars, etc., etc. So we have to write right there. If I was an astronomer, I would have loved to study what? Okay, that will be all for the work of today, you guys. I hope you are fine and you are ready for the last week of school. Yay! See you tomorrow, guys. Bye-bye.